Oh no. Anyway.
Well, your search for high quality games that don't look like a steamy pile of crap has come to an end. I've assembled a list of my favorite games that I've played on my relatively low end laptop. Who am I kidding? It's a crap top. Now, even with Intel Ultra HD graphics, you can run most of the games in this video, but it is better if you have a graphics card to begin with. I'm the Code Talker, and before we begin, do support the channel by subscribing and also share this video to the proud owners of a crap top. Hollow Knight. This game honestly has some of the best 2D artwork out there. The soundtrack, the level design, the character models, they are so unique and creative, nothing like any other game out there. The Hollow Knight is a 2D Metroidvania game where it's extremely addictive as you naturally find upgrades to your character and get lost in the huge map of Hallownest. It's also got some of the most amazing boss battles which are really tough but fair. You're going to die a lot initially, but once you learn their patterns, you feel like Neo in the Matrix, dodging all their attacks. The Hollow Knight's system requirements are very steep, and I'm sure you can run it even on a low-end PC. Rocket League. Seriously addictive. This game is the definition of high-octane, fast-paced sports game. The objective is like straight up simple. You are a car. Now score a goal. And the team with the most goals wins. Let me tell you that this game is best played with friends and against actual real life opponents rather than bots. Honestly, not a lot of Indian gamers have heard about this title, and those who did might not know that it doesn't demand a great PC to run it. Dark Souls 1. Well, if playing Hollow Knight can cause you mild headaches and disorientation, Dark Souls will cause you a ripe case of rectal bleeding. Dark Souls has to be one of the most difficult games ever made, with a very vague story that requires you to go online and watch YouTube videos to really understand what's going on. The bleak atmosphere and the massive boss battles are a tough pill to swallow initially, and most people might just give up. But power through the game and you will be rewarded with the greatest sense of accomplishment. That's what gaming is about. Dark Souls is a 3D RPG game and was a AAA title when it launched, but I'm sure most laptops of today can make easy work of its textures. I would also recommend playing this with a controller. I love to bring this game up because almost no one who makes a list of low-end games ever mentions this absolute classic. It can run on any fucking crappy PC, bro. I mean, look at it. Look at it. Salt and Sanctuary. Salt and Sanctuary is essentially Dark Souls but in 2D. If you love the Souls mechanics and want to play more of them, because trust me, Dark Souls is addictive. SNS is your best bet. SNS is a 2D RPG game, the soundtrack is amazing, and the boss battles are surely a spectacle. I would say it is easier than Dark Souls and most people can get into it, but that doesn't mean it's for everyone. Salt and Sanctuary can easily run on most laptops. Valorant. Valorant is the most fast-paced, action-packed shooter you can get your hands on. Nah, there's a lot of waiting and baiting. Yeah, coming to the core gameplay, which I'm sure if you're a Counter-Strike player you'll be familiar with, there are basically two teams or sides, attackers and defenders. Attackers' objective is to plant the spike. So if this spike detonates, which means they win. Defenders, the other side, have to defuse or stop the spike from going, or they just kill the shit out of each other. That works too. Nah, but you really have to, wait and be patient, and you really have to be big brain and use your abilities which you get, which are specific for each character in the game, and you have to slow your opponents, you have to blind them. to win the round. Each game has like 13 or 14 rounds and they all matter. This is a pretty low spec game. If you really turn all of the sliders down, tell the game that you have a potato, but yeah, it's still playable. You will get frame rates, but yeah, you'll also get your ass kicked by the opponents. I said it was possible, but I never said it was easy. Life is cruel. Ori and the Blind Forest. What? Another 2D fucking game? Yes, it is 2D. It can't show you shadows and light reflections and all that fancy stuff. But honestly, it doesn't mean it doesn't look pretty, because it's honestly one of the most beautiful games that I've ever played, including 3D games and the latest AAA titles. Just because it's 2D doesn't mean it's a cakewalk. I don't know why you guys have this perception of just Mario and stuff like that when someone says a 2D game. Quite contrarily, Ori and the Blind Forest is pretty hard. It is a platformer, which is also kind of like Mario. This game requires you to time your jumps, be careful with your dashes, and it requires some patience and precision, which makes you invest in the gameplay and retry where you fail. And it really does make you feel like you're progressing through the game world and you're learning more and more about the story. And the soundtrack, they're beautiful. The controls, the amazing artwork, they all serve the main narrative really well. I picked it up on sale on Steam, where it went for around 120 bucks. I am a big cheapskate. I honestly don't buy any game unless it's on sale, even if it's like a AAA title. But yeah, I do regret not paying more for this beautiful experience. Can't recommend this game enough for Metroidvania fans, as it stems from the veins of Dark Souls. Also, you might have found out that I'm a huge fan of Metroidvania games and RPG games, so if you guys have any suggestions for me, I would definitely appreciate it and I would check it out. Please do comment it down in the comment section. Well, that's it for today, guys. I hope you found this video entertaining and informational. Sorry for the short video. I wanted to make it a bit longer.
That's what she said.
But I found the other games a little like, they don't really fit the criteria of what I'm talking about here, because I really wanted to talk about indie games that were made by indie developers so that you guys can try them out and it would benefit both you and the developers who made the game. They also cost much less than your typical AAA title. Please make sure to subscribe and follow this channel, because I will be posting more in-depth reviews of these games and some more interesting topics, so please stay tuned. Thank you for watching. This is the Code Talker signing out.